Mafia 1 originally came out more than 20 years ago. In 2020, Hangar 13 and the publisher 2K Games released Mafia, the Definitive Edition. Let us take a closer look without worrying about major story spoilers to see if you should play Mafia or not. Our story takes place in the fictional city of Lost Heaven, Illinois, where you can see the inspiration from Chicago. The time frame is 1930 to 1938. We follow Tommy Angelo, a taxi driver turned mobster, and experience his rise and fall within the Salieri crime family. The story begins with you sitting down in a diner to tell your tale to Detective John Norman. Through flashbacks, you will take on a journey learning of Tommy's past. The story plays out in a chapter style with a heading and the year starting off each mission. The way the story jumps from past to present in this style is a likable quality. It's a story of loyalty, love, and betrayal. If you like mobster movies, you might like this story too. It really plays out like one. It's not very long and very straightforward, as there will be a total of 20 chapters. It's very smooth on the playthrough with a story full of action, suspense, and gut-punching moments. A really cool option they offered if you want even more of an old school feel to the game is in the settings you can turn on noir mode, where it's in black and white. I know that may not interest some of you out there, but if you're a film buff like me and really dig those old noir movies, this is a must-try setting on some of those missions. Aside from the story itself, Mafia isn't flashy, but it's nice. As Tommy, you were a taxi driver converted into a wheelman for the family, so it's fitting that there will be quite a bit of driving to do in this game. If you absolutely hate to drive and only want to do it when necessary, there is a setting for it with the skip drive option. But I'll add this, I'm complete garbage when it comes to driving in games, but I did enjoy the element of it, because it does allow you to see the details that make up the city of Lost Heaven. It's a nicely designed city, having the different districts like Little Italy, Chinatown, Oakwood, and a few others out there too. While doing so, the game offers a nice soundtrack while you're cruising, which makes for a very chill, nice vibe. If you wanted to take it a step further in the settings, you can even tweak the driver options like tuning the vehicle's transmission option from automatic to manual. Plus, the driver mode can be changed from a more casual option of regular to simulation, allowing you to get more of a challenging driving experience where the weight of vehicles and the control really play a factor. Of course, it wouldn't be a Mafia game without shooting involved. I admit, this game is fun in that regard, but can provide a bit of a challenge in situations too. I did my playthrough on medium, and I found myself catching 2 to 3 shots when I wasn't careful, and boom, I was dead. So even though this was the equivalent of a normal or regular difficulty, it could still provide a challenge. If you are hardcore, there will be a hard mode. And they offer a classic mode, where driving is less assisted and less aim assist is provided in those shooting elements. But if you want to just focus on the story and want the easiest possible option, they got easy too. I found myself really enjoying some of the shootout moments because they could give a fun challenge. But hey, guns blazing with a Tommy gun is peak mobster entertainment.
Bill at the motel was a little short last month.
The sole focus of Mafia is the story, but if you find yourself wanting to do more exploring or racing, you can. In the main menu, you will see 2 modes, Free Ride and Car Cyclopedia. Free mode allows you to basically do what it's advertising, go into Lost Heaven and drive around, shoot people, and explore. There isn't any side missions, but you can really admire the world Hangar 13 has created with this one by driving around. Also, if you look carefully, you may find some collectibles out there too, like Dime Detective magazines, or my personal favorite, the cigarette cards having the characters of the story on them. Such a fun little detail to discover. Then, with Car Cyclopedia, you head to the racetrack and can drive any vehicle in the game, racing it around the track and seeing how they handle. Like I said, I am terrible at racing, so I didn't really get along with this mode for too long. Overall, I think Mafia is a great old school vibe of a game. Hangar 13 nailed the atmosphere of the Prohibition era and made it enjoyable to play. Mafia isn't flawless, as I did experience some bugs, like an occasional cutscene would play, and lips were moving, but no sound was heard, completely silent. Then a crash could occur here or there. Not often, thankfully, but every now and then. But I do think more pros outweigh the cons for this game. Mafia, the Definitive Edition, is beatable in about 11 to 13 hours. If you are a completionist or a trophy hunter looking to 100% the game, it would be upwards of 20 hours. I bought the Mafia trilogy back in 2022 for $24. So if you look at it that way, was this game worth $8? 100%. Now considering I did this a few years ago, I'm sure you could probably get the trilogy a lot cheaper now. Where if the question is, how are the other two games? That's a question for a future video that you'll have to come back for. As for this video, that is going to be a wrap on a Mafia Definitive Edition review. Hopefully this video helped you out on deciding if it's a game for you or not. Please drop a like and let me know in the comments, what do you think about Mafia? But most importantly, remember to take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.